It's 9 o'clock. The bell rings. Students enter the classroom filled with rows of computers. They sit. They take out their paper notebooks. They're not allowed to turn on the computers until they have completed the note-taking. The notes are displayed on an overhead in large black and white font. A few years ago, the sage on the stage created the overhead notes for his introductions to computing called information processing. The resources for the daily contents are products of the teacher's brain and textbook. The students tend to ask the all-too-common single question, will this be on the test? The students do rote memorization of the facts from their notes to pass the weekly test. According to Fulton, classrooms of today resemble their ancestors of 50 and 100 years ago much more closely than they do today's hospitals' operating rooms, business offices, manufacturing plants, or scientific labs. If you put a doctor of 100 years ago in today's operating room, she or he would be lost. Yet if you place a teacher of 100 years ago into one of today's classrooms, he or she wouldn't skip a beat, according to Moldash. This classroom is not an exception. Even though it is a computer classroom, the transfer of information is still done in the traditional fashion. One Friday, the teacher enters the classroom, eager to prepare for the up-and-coming class. The information processing class was scheduled to begin in about 30 minutes. Putting the overhead on the projector, the teacher attempts to turn it on only to discover the bulb was burnt out. As he prepared to venture to the office to get another bulb, he starts to think about the classroom, his ability to make web pages, and how the computer might be a better way to give the students their notes. So in the remaining 30 minutes before the class begins, he quickly took the day's notes and placed them into a website. He wrote the URL for the daily notes on the board, and when the class entered, they were told to turn on their computers, go to the URL, and copy down their notes. This was the beginning of the first online course in the division. Over the next couple of weeks, the teacher created notes, then tried a test online, and in time transferred his approach to teaching, and a complete course was created. This was the catalyst and the environment in which the Saskatoon Catholic Cyber School was designed.